What's up guys, it's your girl the Daily Ms, aka Anam. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to fill in your eyebrows. Everyone kind of has their own way of doing eyebrows. Some girls like it very thick and heavy and full. Other girls like it very light. Some girls just don't like to fill them in at all. I was one of those people. Growing up, I never really filled in my eyebrows. I've always had very thick eyebrows, so I just never felt the need for it. It wasn't until I got into my mid-20s that I actually started to play with them. I know a lot of girls prefer to have thin eyebrows, but I've always liked them thick. I don't know what it is, but I just think there's something so beautiful about thick eyebrows. And so for me, it's like really fun to kind of fill them in because I get to accentuate that thickness. But I definitely had to teach myself because I had no idea how to do it correctly. And I know that this is something that a lot of people can struggle with. So today I'm going to be showing you two methods when it comes to filling in your brows. I'm going to show you how to fill them in with powder and also how to fill in your brows with pencil. So if this is something that you are interested in, please keep watching. So for my right side, we are going to fill in my brow with powder. Now the powder that I'm going to be using is by Kat Von D. This is the Brow Struck Dimension Powder. This is in the color dark brown. Let me just go ahead and show you guys from the inside. This is what it looks like. It's kind of shimmery, but I really love it because when you do put it on, like, it doesn't sparkle or anything, and it does kind of look bright, but it matches my brows perfectly. Now I really love powder a lot because it carries a lot more product than pencil does. If you are someone who likes to fill in your brows every single day, pencil can run out a lot quicker, whereas something like this, which comes in a powder form, this can last you a whole year, even more. I think this actually, I got this like maybe in 2018 or 2019, and I still have it, so I really love this. And the other great thing with powder is that you can build it up to whatever consistency you like. So if you are someone who likes a bit more of a natural brow, you can go ahead and put it in lightly, but if you like something that's a bit fuller and thicker, you can go ahead and build it up with this. I'm gonna go ahead and start with powder, but a few things to keep in mind is that you do need a brush for your brows. So I'm gonna be using something like this. This was actually by Kat Von D. I bought this with the powder, but you don't really specifically need this. Any kind of brow brush that you might have, that will work. And the other thing that I use for this method is concealer. I'm going to be using this cream-based concealer. Let me just show you. So these are all creams. If you don't have cream concealer, you can go ahead and use liquid as well. So if you have liquid concealer, all you have to do is just take your liquid concealer, open it up. You don't need too much product, and just go ahead and put a little bit on the back of your hand, and then you can use the liquid concealer on the back of your hand and use the brush and just keep dabbing it in and go ahead and line your brows the same way that I'm about to show you with cream concealer. So I'm just taking my concealer and I am just going to line my brows. The purpose of concealing my brows is because this is just going to help me map out the range in which the product should be filled. And it's totally fine, like it doesn't have to be perfect as long as you have like somewhat of an outline. Now I'm going to go ahead and start with the powder. Now what I'm going to do is I'm not going to just start straight from the inner parts of my brows. I'm going to start from the middle. This is where there is volume starting to pick up. Volume meaning like there's more heavy hair right over here. And I'm just going to start using this product from the middle side, and I'm going to start flickering it in an outward motion. The reason why I'm not starting from right in the inner eyebrow area is because the hair is so much lighter. So if I just go in and start putting in a load of powder in there, it's just gonna look unnatural. So we're gonna start from the middle area where the volume starts. And I'm starting right where I put the concealer line. Trick with powder is that you just want to do light strokes. You don't want to just go heavy, harsh lines because that's just going to look very unnatural. So just do some light strokes and just keep blending it in and fill it as you go. The trick with doing light strokes is that it's going to create more of a natural look. And then I'm just gonna take some light product, not too heavy. If you end up having too much powder, that's fine. You can just go ahead and dab a little bit off into your hand. And I'm gonna start flickering this upwards right in the inner part of my brow because I don't want this to be super heavy. I want it to be light so that it looks a bit more natural. The trick with this is that you just keep flickering it upwards and just keep blending it until it looks natural. And then I just kind of go back and fill in any of the areas where I feel like there might be a bit of a gap. Now I'm just going to go back in with that same brush I used to conceal my brows, and I'm just going to go ahead and blend out the concealer. You guys can see the difference. This is the powder, and this side I haven't touched yet, but this is what it looks like after you have used the powder product. On this side of my eyes, I am going to be using a pencil. The product that I'm going to be using today is the Brow Stylist Definer by L'Oreal Paris, and this one is in the color Dark Brunette. This pencil is a 0.5 millimeter pencil. This is really great for drawing out and shaping your eyebrows. This also comes with a spoolie, which is really great for combing out and blending in your product. This is very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Definer. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that product, but if you are someone who is on a budget and you want something that's a bit cheaper, this is an amazing alternative to that product. So for this side, we don't need to use concealer. I'm just gonna go ahead and just use the pencil. So just like on this side, I am not gonna go ahead and just start right from the inner brow area. This is very light. I'm gonna go ahead and start from the middle where the volume starts to pick up and I have thicker hair. With the pencil, you wanna do the same thing. You wanna do light strokes. You don't wanna just start here and just make a huge line all the way there and then a huge line all the way down here. Your brows look very unnatural. And I don't know about you, but I can never do a straight line. So if you do that, you're more prone to like making wiggly lines, which is gonna look super weird. So first, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the spoolie and I'm just gonna comb out my hair. The hair directly above my eyes, I'm just gonna comb upwards. And right where this arch starts, I'm just going to tilt the comb like this and just brush it out in this direction. This is an outward direction, and then the hair at the bottom, I'm just gonna comb downwards. So up, curled outwards, and then down. So I just went ahead and opened this up a little bit, and now I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start at the middle right over here, and I'm just gonna start doing little strokes going this way. So I'm just going to create an outer line with the top side of my brow as well. Same thing, I'm just going to do the flickering motion. So now I'm just going to go ahead and start filling in my brow. I'm going to use the spoolie and just kind of blend the product a little bit. Now for the inner part of my brow, I'm just going to go ahead and just lightly start flickering it upwards. I don't want it to be super heavy. Okay, so now this side is also complete. Okay guys, so we are done, and this is the final look. Again, on my right side I used the powder to fill in my brows, and on the left side I used pencil. Honestly, at the end of the day, it really just depends on your preference. If you like pencil, go ahead and use that. If you like powder, then go ahead and use that instead. I don't mind either way. I love using pencil. I also love using powder. I have been using powder for a long time, so it does tend to be my go-to most of the time. But here and there, I do use pencil as well. Hopefully this was really helpful for you guys, and if you enjoyed it, please go ahead and give this a big thumbs up. If you guys have any suggestions of videos that you would like to see, or if you have any questions regarding how to fill in your brows, make sure you comment down below and I will go take a look at that. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!